Hey guys, welcome back to another Titus Diorama and action figure review. And in today's video, we're going to be taking out the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classic Series Croc Master and Fiona. So let's get to it. As you can see, Croc Master and Fiona comes in some really nice window box packaging that allows you to see the figure and all the accessories that does come with this set. The side of the packaging has some really nice artwork. The back of the packaging has really lovely artwork as well. And the other side has some great artwork, as you can see there. So let's go ahead and get the figures out of the packaging. Alright guys, here is Fiona and Croc Master out of the packaging. Let's go ahead and take a look at Fiona and the other accessories that comes with Croc Master, and then we'll go over the actual figure itself. First and foremost, this is a massive Croc, like massive, and for the price that you pay to get this whole set, and I got this on sale actually, is just amazing that you get something this large. There is articulation in the tail section. The legs do move, the feet move. We'll talk about the fact that Croc Master doesn't want to stand very well. You have articulation up here in the neck. You have articulation in the jaw. So you have a lot of room and a lot of expression you can do with this particular animal. I wish that the eyes were painted a little better or a little brighter yellow, just so they show up a little bit more. They are a yellowish color. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera or not, but it blends in with the actual plastic and the paint job that they did on the plastic. So it's a little bit of a more of a desire to have that, and maybe if I can do it, I might be able to paint those yellow. Overall, I'm gonna give the Croc like a 9 out of 10. The only issue is with these eyes. I wish they were a little bit brighter so you can see them better. The pack comes with 2 small Crocs as well, baby Crocs. The albino one and the normal one. And the eyes are painted on both of these. Of course, you have the color on this one, which is pretty cool. There is a whip. There is a meat hook. It's really soft plastic. There is the chain you could put on Fiona. Again, really soft plastic, but it doesn't hold its shape. It just goes into one shape. And then he comes with a gun that is hoisted on the side. So I do like the fact that there's a place to put the gun, and a knife that's can also be slid into the little sleeve down here by his feet. Croc Master himself, great sculpt. I do like the sculpt. I like all the colors on it. There isn't a lot of paint on this guy, but where it is done, it's done really well. Let's talk about a couple pet peeves I have about this though. You have all these accessories, but you only have 2 hands. I wish he came with other hands, open hands, fisted hands, something else that he could be fighting with, because pretty much you have to put him with all of these. So if he's fighting on his own and he's not using his knife or his gun, it looks kind of weird if he's going to hit somebody with his finger in the trigger pose. I wish he came with maybe another head. Now, I'm not a G.I. Joe guy. I've watched some G.I. Joe, but I'm not big into them. This is technically the second G.I. Joe in my collection. So it would have been good to have maybe a secondary head. But again, I don't know if he's only just shown with this. My biggest pet peeves is the plastic they used. It's a rubbery, softish plastic, and it moves really easy and it flexes really easy, and I just find it hard to move and stand them because it feels gummy and soft. Maybe it's just mine, maybe it's more, but it just makes it really annoying to try to pose him, because you can see like the joint's really soft. It kind of moves around there. It does move. It goes up and down, so you get a little added movability there. But man, just trying to get him to stand up, it's hard to get those feet to actually sit flush together, and you have to really work at it. Other than that, again, the sculpt looks great. He has a ton of articulation on him. His head can swivel, his neck does move a bit. The shoulders have the butterfly joint, so they do move back and forth a little bit, not as much as I have seen on like Marvel Legends. The shoulders can go up, they can do a full 360. The upper swivel on the arm, double jointed elbows, wrists swivel and hinge. There is a hip cut. Ab crunch goes back farther than it does go forward. But again, if he's going to be swimming, you kind of want him to be able to look farther up with that. Again, you can pull down the hips a little bit. You can move them around. When the gun's hoisted, it does get in the way there. Upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Again, it feels so gummy doing that. It just feels like it's going to bend or break. And then the swivel boot, the feet do go back. They don't go too far forward, and that's part of the reason. I think one goes farther forward than the other one. And you do have the rocker there, so you can get some good poses. Overall, I mean, sculpt-wise and paint-wise, very well done on the figure. I just don't like the plastic that they've used for this. It just feels, I don't know, just kind of feels cheap. Like this is a figure that's been released in the last couple years. I would expect this from a figure that was released like in the 90s type thing. So it's going to be a great example. I'm now trying to get the legs to shift, but because they're so gummy and they move so easily, it's hard to get them to, and the one foot being up farther than the other, it's just hard to get them to stand. Anyway, guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, click the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, click on the subscription button. I have tons of other videos. And as always, guys, stay nerdy.